To each witness, start with you, Ms. Berry. Do you believe it's very difficult now for Jewish students to attend colleges in America?
I think it can be for individual Jewish
No,
students.
I said, is it?
It can't. It depends on the individual students
Well,
and what they're
okay.
encountering. Yes.
Rabbi, do you think it is?
Yes, almost impossible.
Ms. Stern?
Senator, it depends on the campus. For many, absolutely so. But I would also add one other thing, that if there are some Jewish students who are anti-Zionists, whose Judaism leads them to that position, and they are also getting
Ms. Stern,
spat
I'm
on.
trying to establish a baseline. The reason we wrote the letter is because we see playing out before our eyes just an assault on Jewish students in colleges. I'm looking at systems here. Does anybody, let me ask you, the DNI said Iran, we have observed actors tied to Iran's government posing as activists online, seeking to encourage protest and even providing financial support to protesters. Does anybody doubt that? Okay. Mr. Stern, is it Hamas's goal to destroy the Jewish state?
Absolutely. Hamas
Is
is...
it Hezbollah's goal to destroy the Jewish state?
Absolutely.
Is it Iran's goal to destroy the Jewish state?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Berry, do you agree with that?
I think these are complicated questions. I
No,
really
it's
don't want
not.
to talk
There's
about
nothing
the foreign
complicated
policy.
about it. That's the
Yeah,
most ridiculous
Senator,
testimony ever given in this committee.
Yeah. So
if you think it's
all of those-
complicated to figure out that Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran wants to kill all the Jews,
Yeah.
I should not listen to anything else you got to say.
Okay. May I, Senator?
And I won't.
If I may,
Rabbi,
Senator?
Rabbi,
I think we started.
do you believe that Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran are out to kill all the Jews and destroy Israel?
I believe they're out to destroy the Jewish state and kill all the Jews. both.
Okay, so I do too. And I believe Iran's behind this. And what I would like this committee to do is deal with the systematic problems that exist regarding what's going on American colleges today. What's going on in colleges today, there's an organized effort to intimidate, harass, and physically assault Jewish students. What's going on today is an effort on multiple fronts to wipe Israel off the map. This is not an academic discussion. As to what should happen, Mr. Stern, if a student on a college campus uses the N-word against African American or students, should they be expelled?
I think if a student goes and harasses another student, says that to their face, that could be absolutely a matter for discipline. However, I think if they're just standing up there with a sign or saying, this is what I think, or a word I'm choosing, and not threatening somebody and not harassing, then that should be deplored, but it should not be the subject of discipline.
But do you agree with me if African-American students are being called the N-word and harassed and belittled by other students, those students should pay a price for that?
I think if there's any type of harassment, it doesn't matter the word.
Yeah.
But if the students are being
Well, the word
harassed,
does matter if you're African-American.
well, what I'm saying is that no harassment should be
Well,
tolerated.
right,
that way.
there you go, that's good. So the idea that you could hold somebody accountable for using words makes sense to me, because free speech is a concept that we all hold near and dear, but words start wars. Words can incite violence. You can't yell fire in a theater. So what I would say that's going on here is that we have to deal with the problem at its roots, first identifying it. America has many problems. There are people hateful to each other. That's been with us since there's been a country. We live in a unique moment in America, I think. And I'm trying to get us to focus on that moment about not only a rise of anti-Semitism, but an effort by agents of Iran and other powers to divide us here at home. What's so sad is that October the 7th was designed to destroy the reconciliation between Saudi Arabia and Israel. All the intel shows us that Iran struck Israel in such a vicious way to stop the reconciliation between Saudi Arabia and Israel. I believe that with all my heart. I don't want them to win. I want to normalize between Saudi Arabia and Israel. I want a better life for the Palestinian community. And it can never happen without Hamas being destroyed and never coming back. It can never happen without Hezbollah and Iran being contained. It can never happen without security for the state of Israel. So what I would say, without any hesitation, that what's going on in America on our campuses is worthy of a discussion all of its own. We need to get to the bottom of it and start holding people accountable who run these schools. Thank you.